Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Evelyn. So for today's video, we are going to be heading over to HomeGoods, and I actually went a few different times and recorded it for you guys because HomeGoods is always a hit or miss for me. Some days I walk in and there's nothing, and then there's other days that I walk in and there are so many things. Usually when I don't want to spend is when there are so many good things, and then when I do want to spend, there's nothing. So that always happens to me, but we are going to be heading over to HomeGoods, and then at the end of the video, I will be sharing what I picked up. I picked up a few items that I wanted to share with you guys, so stay tuned till the end to see what I picked up. And without further ado, let's go to HomeGoods. First up is this vase that reminded me so much of the one sold at Olive Atelier. This was $29.99, which was such a great deal, and I saw so many new coffee table books, specifically this Architectural Digest book that was $69.99. I'm sure we have all seen this book, and it was a lot cheaper than what we typically see on Amazon. I also saw this other coffee table book. This one is called The Beauty of Home, and the cover is absolutely beautiful. It is such a pretty off-white color. This one was $29.99. I noticed a lot of them range from $29.99 to $40, and I also saw this other one that is called A Place to Call Home. I took off the paper cover and I fell in love with the brown cover. It is absolutely beautiful, right up my alley. As you guys all know, I love brown tones, and this one was also $29.99. These decorative travertine balls would make such a beautiful statement on top of your coffee table books. They were $30 each, and the color was so pretty. They had so much texture, and once again, they had so many coffee table books. This one had a really pretty cover from what I can see. Unfortunately, it had that plastic wrap, so I couldn't take it off and see what color it was. And they also had a marble tray that reminded me so much of those high-end designer marble trays, and this one was only $25, which I thought was such a great deal. They also had the Live Beautiful book that is one of my absolute favorite coffee table books. It was only $25 compared to over $30 on Amazon. I thought this woven tray was so pretty. It had these really pretty brass handles, and it was only $20. And they had another coffee table book that I couldn't take off the plastic wrap again, but it looked like it had a really pretty cover, and I believe it was only $30. This vase also reminded me of something we would see at Olive Atelier. It had this beautiful aged distressed base, and then the top was a really pretty distressed black. I believe it was only $30, and this other vase was pretty big, and this one was $40. So pretty. I love the color and the distressing. This marble box would be perfect to style on top of a coffee table. It was only $17, and it had this really nice detailing on the lid that I thought was really unique. And they also had these other, I don't know what these are called, but they were only $25. And I saw another marble box, except this one had a brass handle, which added some visual interest. This one I believe was only $30. And again, more coffee table books. They had the Abode book that I also have. This one was only $25, which I thought was a great deal. I saw this beautiful vintage looking frame that would be perfect for a bookshelf. It was only $8, and it had this beautiful detailing. They also had another one that was a little bit smaller. This one is $7, but again, very vintage looking, which is right up my alley. I also spotted this beautiful blanket ladder, the perfect wood tone. I believe this one was $50. I'm not really sure, but I put the price right there so that you guys could see. But I loved it, and I think it would look beautiful in a living room. This next item is one that I always see on Instagram, and it is this beautiful rattan lamp. I'm not sure what other store sells them, but I always see it. This one is $100. It had these really pretty brass accents that just tied it all together. I loved it. It would add so much visual interest. I also saw so many beautiful table lamps, starting with this one. It is $60, and the color is so pretty. And this next one is so beautiful. It was huge. huge, and it reminded me so much of those designer ones that we always see that are $400. This one was $150, but I think it's beautiful. This other one also caught my eye, except this one is really expensive for the size, and right next to that they had a tripod lamp, which is really in right now, but if it were me I would probably switch the lampshade to an Empire lampshade. This one was $50, which is a really good price. This mirror looked very designer, and it was only $40 because it was on clearance. It had these beautiful details on the side that gave it that expensive look. This tray had such a pretty unique arch detail that goes all around it. It was only $17, which is really good. And I also saw this other tray that is brass, and the handles on this one so pretty and unique. It looks very vintage in a way, and I love how it's not just completely brass. It has this little black detailing that makes it look a little aged, and this one was only $13, which I thought was a great price. I also saw this magnifying glass that was only $6. I always see these beautiful decorative boxes at HomeGoods, and these are such a great option, and it has this really pretty brass handle. The smaller one I believe is $16.99, and then the bigger one is $19.99, so just a $3 difference, and these would be perfect for shelf styling. This sideboard really caught my eye. The brass knobs made it all look very put together. It was $500, which I think is a really good price for the size of this sideboard. I also saw these beautiful bar stools that had black legs, and the fabric, I'm not sure what it was, but it looked very cozy. They were $200 each, and my HomeGoods had 3 of them, so make sure you check your local HomeGoods and walk around, because they had 2 here and then 1 in the back, so walk around to see if they have the bar stools that you like. Last but not least, I saw this oil dispenser that I thought was so cute. This one was only $5, which is pretty affordable for an oil dispenser, and the top comes off. I thought it was such a unique shape and perfect for your kitchen. Alright you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed shopping with me at HomeGoods, and now I'm going to move on to the haul. I only picked up a few things. So the very first item is a vase, and it is this beautiful vase that reminded me so much of one that is sold at Olive Atelier, I believe it's called, and I also see them like at vintage shops, and they're very distressed and pretty, so that's what I'm thinking of doing with this one. So stay tuned, because I will be filming how I do that. It's the perfect shape, and this one was only $29.99, which I didn't think was bad compared to the ones that are sold at vintage shops. So I'm so happy I found this, and I'm so excited to share how I do the DIY. So the last 2 things that I picked up are books, and the first one I picked up is this one. It's called A Place to Call Home, and this one I believe was $29.99, and I mainly got it for the cover. I shared it in the shop with me portion, and I took off the cover, and I loved the brown tone of it. So as you guys know, I love browns, and this one was perfect. I love this right here. So I picked this one up for $30, and it also is super pretty on the inside. I love the design right here. It also has some really good inspiration pictures. I'm super excited to go through it. So pretty. So I'm so happy that I picked this up for $30. I love the color. So this next book is one that I'm sure many of you will recognize, and it is this Architectural Digest book. This one was $69.99. It is so big. I've been wanting it for so long, but it is, I think, $100 on Amazon. It sometimes goes down to like $80, but I'm happy that I was able to get it for $70. I finally picked it up, and I'm so happy that I got it. That's all I picked up from HomeGoods. I really hope you guys enjoyed the shop with me and this little haul. Let me know down below in the comments which item was your favorite, or if you would have picked up any of the items that I shared. I would love to know. I appreciate all of you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.